well, welcome back to Market Fatafat, and let's get in conversation with the management of the company. That's the stock of the hour right now. That's Karan Bhagat, founder and MD and CEO at 360 ONE. Along with him, we have Mihir Doshi, India country head at UBS, and I'll let my colleague Anurag take over the discussion ahead. Anurag.
Hi, Karan and Mihir. Welcome to ET Now, and congratulations for the tie-up. Mihir, my first question will be that what will be the key pillars of this strategic partnership? How's UBS looking to expand in India, and how do you want to expand your reach in the fastest growing wealth management market in the country?
Hi, Anurag. Thanks for having us on the call, and I would love to answer that. So I think the pillars we're working around are three real pillars on this transaction. The first pillar and the most important pillar is collaboration. I think getting the largest amongst the best world-class global wealth managers in UBS, tying up with 360 ONE, India's largest and most, I guess, what would I say, a partner we'd love to have as part of our partnership, and to collaborate with each other on ongoing basis is what we wanted. So that's the first pillar. The second pillar is, of course, taking our own UBS onshore business and transferring it into 360 ONE. And the third pillar is taking a stake in 360 ONE. So we have skin in the game. So with these three pillars, we actually are able to play the India story in the long run. We're able to work with somebody who is clearly a very strong player in India, and we provide the access globally. So I think it's a win-win for both of us.
Karan, how would both of you look to collaborate? What is the scope of expanding this relationship to other businesses like asset management and investment banking?
So thanks. So I think as Mihir kind of pointed out, I think the first core proposition here really is on the wealth management side, and for execution of this and expanding it, I think we've together jointly setting up a committee which will kind of ensure that it has the right senior leadership for both sides, and we're able to leverage off each other's strengths to ensure that this opportunities and synergies and an aligned culture actually leads to a greater wallet share among our clients, both globally as well as in India. Having said that, obviously that's going to lead to many other opportunities on the asset management side, on the equity side, as well as on the investment banking side. On the asset management side, obviously, I think our asset management products in India can be suitable. We have to work hard to ensure that it becomes the product of first choice for a lot of the NRI clients of UBS globally. And similarly, UBS's large asset management base across the globe can serve as a good product of first choice for our large Indian clients when they look to invest overseas. Secondly, on the banking side as well as on the equity side, obviously, whenever our large promoter relationships look at doing things globally, UBS's global relationships as well as strong background on this over many years will come to fray. But at the heart of it really is the alignment of culture, is the alignment of key success parameters, and setting up a strong coordination committee to ensure all of these three things really move from being areas of synergies to being opportunities of scale.
Karan, 360 ONE will also be acquiring the wealth, the stockbroking and the distribution business of UBS in India. Have you already worked out the synergies with UBS for UBS's businesses, and where do these common synergies lie where you can take an advantage and you can scale up as joint partners?
I think it's fair to say, every business has a certain degree of scale and a certain degree of assets under management, which kind of in a fully scaled business model in the country can do slightly more than what it's doing. We're very excited about the the management team at UBS Wealth India, which kind of transfers to us along with the business. They're strong veterans of the wealth management business for a long period of time. The clients have been there for a long period of time. The assets under management today obviously give a certain yield on assets. And I think once we integrate it into our platform in a very cost-effective base, we believe we'll be able to expand that yield. And most importantly, work with both the employees as well as and with the clients to kind of lead to kind of transfer the business in a responsible way. So overall, I'm quite excited on the India business also. I think there are a lot of opportunities to kind of potentially increase the wallet share and therefore increase the opportunity. But having said that, I think what it promises in the future on things beyond that are also very, very interesting.
Mihir, one part of the deal is that 361 clients booked in Singapore will be served by UBS Singapore. What will be UBS's proposition to 361 clients, and how are you looking to build synergies overseas, since you are a global financial giant?
So I think it's 361 book overseas is not a large book of clients, and they will move across to UBS. I think, like I said earlier, UBS, being a leading wealth manager, has the product suite to offer the Indian clients overseas, or the global Indian clients, and that will happen as a first stage. Having said that, over time, the desire is that in any which way, shape or form, may it be for LRS money, may it be for RBI regulated entities allowed to invest overseas, or through GIFT City, I think UBS can provide various products for the clients to invest in. So I think this is, like Karan said earlier, this is just a start with existing 361 assets overseas, but the desire is obviously to increase that as time goes on.
And Mihir, 361 will issue about 21 million warrants so that UBS acquires a 4.95% equity stake in 361. Now, is there a possibility of UBS increasing this stake beyond the 4.95% level?
So, I think 4.95 is what we have agreed to right now. The whole desire is to actually, once we complete this transaction or close this transaction in the next 3 to 4 months or 4 to 6 months, start work in collaboration, get to know each other, work with each other, and see the opportunities which exist on both sides of our businesses. And then, it's an opportunity. It's the options are available to us to do many more things after that. As of today, we have agreed on a 4.9% stake via the warrant.
Your thoughts on this? Is there a possibility?
No, so as I said earlier, I think the way I look at it is obviously in this descending order, right? I think the first order to ensure is that we have the same culture and the same way of doing business, and ensuring that the clients get the best out of us. I think this collaboration allows us to do that. Second, obviously, I think the focus of all our lives for the last 15-20 years has been to build out the wealth management business and the asset management business in a productive way. I think both the firms are extremely well aligned on that. The third thing, which is kind of giving expression to these two thoughts, is the collaboration agreement which we've signed, which involves transfer of the UBS India business and UBS taking a 4.95% equity stake in us. So I think to be fair, I think the way I would look at it is the platform is well set. The foundation is in its right place, both from a culture perspective, as well as an execution perspective, as well as an alignment of interest perspective. And typically, when all of these three things come together, the rest of it really lies in the execution. So I think the execution needs to come together, and we need to add value to each other. And post that, honestly, we'll see how things go. As of now, 4.95% and a steady mix of, or a heady mix of all of these things, as I just described, is what we have on the table.
There's also this joint panel of the senior leadership. Can you elaborate more on this panel's, this committee's brief, and what role it will play, Karan?
No, I think it's largely a panel to ensure that the synergies which we've identified get expressed, right? Because at the end of the day, all of these things need a small team to come together and ensure that the ways of doing business, the expressions of doing business are kind of channelized. We understand each other very well, and we ensure that all the benefits and the wallet share expansion which is possible to get actually comes through.
Mihir, what propositions and offerings you see UBS bringing to the table to India in this partnership with 360 ONE? UBS is known as a leader in the wealth management business globally. So with this partnership, the clients, your clients and 360 ONE's clients, what proposition, what can they expect?
So clients on both sides, right? I would imagine our global Indian clients clearly get the best of Indian products, the product suite which 360 ONE has, and they will have access to that. And that's what we hope to increase over time. And that's part of the synergies we were talking about. And for the Indian clients, who exist at 360 ONE today, we will hopefully provide them global products which they want to invest in. And as the local Indian is going global, they're looking for these products, and no better shop than UBS to work with to see that happen. And that's on the wealth side primarily. And then of course, you asked how UBS would assist in the collaboration elsewhere. Again, we have a very strong investment banking and asset management platform globally, and that's again where we can see synergies coming through for our Indian clients.
Karan, to wind up, how would you look to harness this partnership to grow your presence, 360 ONE's presence locally in India?
I think it helps us in multiple ways, to be honest. I think, as I said earlier, I think the first thing obviously is to ensure that we are able to get a wider platform to the client, and I think that's the most important thing for us, because the sharper we can serve the client, obviously the better the business is. And I think that's something which at a product level, together with the entire UBS platform, we should be able to get to clients very quickly. The second thing which I said, which I really believe in, is there's a certain culture and style of doing business, right? So I think we've been advisors to clients for the longest. We have an asset allocation process, an investment committee, a standard way of delivering our service to clients, and that's something which is very, very well aligned with the UBS way of doing business. And I think, to be honest, things have kind of got evolved over 40-50 years. There's a largest, how do you service your larger ultra high net worth clients? How do you service your high net worth clients? So there's a lot to learn just from legacy and how things have kind of evolved. And I think obviously we could learn it doing it ourselves over 40-50 years, but I think there's a lot to learn there. And I think maybe we can speeden up a little bit of our own learning process and delivery process and improve that faster in a collaboration like what we have with UBS. And thirdly, I think honestly, without change in culture of doing business, if we can achieve these two things, it'll just help us to consequently, as a result of expanding the client wallet share and improving the product suitability, help us improve the yield and therefore our growth and our attractiveness to the client, and eventually lead to better AUM and better revenue and profits.
Thank you, Karan and Mihir. That's all we have time for now as we slip into a quick break.
Thanks.